Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have my Shop Miss A tutorial that I'm finally putting out. I have all my products here with all the names on it. I am going to start off by saying not everybody made it in the drawing. I did a number generator. Every person had a number with their name, and I click the button and it chose a number and I wrote down the product. I do have a paper here with all the others that did not make it into this video, which I will be putting you guys into a drawing for a different giveaway, so you guys also get a chance to win as well. At the end of this video, I will put all the names, because everything that I'm using has a little sticky note here with the person's name on it, who suggested it. And then at the end, I'm going to take all the sticky notes, kind of fold them up because they have stickies on the back, and stick them into my little bag that I have, my little water bag over here, and draw the name out. I was going to do a generated, but since I'm going to be doing this anyway, I'm just going to pull a name out and that will be the winner. I am going to start by doing the skincare that I normally do before I start my makeup. I'm also going to be putting out another get ready with me on my new kind of makeup routine that I do every day. It's really quick, it's simple, but the products are just amazing, and I just have to share with you guys because I love it so much. I love it so much. So I'm going to start off with my cleansing coconut water. This is an AOA skincare product, and I'm also going to be using my AOA little pads here. They look like that. You can also get these on Shop Miss A. Okay, so I'm just going to start and take this around my face and just kind of wipe off any debris that I've gotten on my face since going to sleep and waking up this morning. Now it is the morning, so my girls, you might be hearing them quite a bit. They're loud. So I wanted to write down a few things that I wanted to discuss with everybody in this video, but I did not do that. I've let that dry on my face for a second. I put all my used ones in here, so when I'm ready to wash, I just wash them. You don't want to use harsh detergent, like detergent itself. I soak these while I'm washing in regular like hand soap, so it's not so harsh. But yeah, so this is what I put mine in. It works quite well. And then I obviously keep these in here. And I use the Myers. It's all natural, so I don't like to use anything that's like a harsh anything on my face. Okay, so we've done that. So now I'm going to add my moisturizer, which is the niacinamide. It's the 2% BHA. So I just add a little bit. I don't usually kind of add much of any of this in the morning, to be quite honest, but it's a good thing to add to your routine. I'm going to go in with this Wonder Skin. This is so good. When I started buying off of Shop Miss A, this was the first primer that I ever purchased off of there. It is the Perfecting Blurring Primer. It has like a little glitter in there, so it gives you a little shimmer, and I just love it. It smells amazing too, and it's kind of just a clear. It's nothing crazy, but it's just amazing. It's amazing stuff, and just smells like roses or flowers. It's really good stuff. We're gonna let it sit for a second to kind of go into the skin. You always want to let your primer kind of soak for a few minutes before you start going into, your makeup. I'm going to be trying out one of these liners today. Not sure what. I guess it'll just depend on my eye look that I'm going for. I'm going to be using this acrylic mixing palette 2-piece set. I don't ever use this spatula. The first product we're getting into is foundation, and this is the AOA Studio Powwear, and this was recommended by Pam Wills. So I'm just going to get into this. So Pam, you'll be entered into the giveaway. So I'm just going to put all of them here once I get them done, or once I've said. So I'm going to be using the powwear in the shades Buff and Fair Ivory. I need two just because one is just a little bit too much. This is the AOA Studio Paw Paw beveled pink sponge. This is amazing. Okay, I used to be all about the pink beveled sponge, but I really love this blender. It is so soft. It's actually really nice and soft, and it just perfectly blends everything into the skin, and I love it. And I'm purchasing more of these. So I have got the powwear there. I've mixed the two color, well, not mixed, but I've put the two colors here. It's a thick foundation, so you don't need a lot. Okay, so I'm just going to take my blender and kind of put these two colors together, kind of pat it out a bit, and then I'm just going to kind of add spots, because I am not like a big foundation person. I have been using less foundation as possible. See, look at how beautiful that sponge, you know, just kind of pats that onto the skin. It's just a really good sponge. And then I'm going to go in and just kind of blend all of it in. It's very thick. I always add the Flawless foundation. Oh God, this stuff is so good. Oh, I love it. It's my favorite from Shop Miss A. And they never have my shade, ever. They never ever have my shade. Now, usually before I put my foundation or anything on, I do my brows, but I'm just going to do that after. I like to do my brows first, only because I like to use my finger a lot. It's just much easier for me to do the brow first, and that way I'm not messing up my foundation and all that in the process. Okay, so I'm just getting this into the skin really good. And then once we see where we are, we'll go back and kind of fix where we need. So I have quite a bit left, and I used barely anything. As you can see, the powwear is very good. I usually mix the AOA Little Satin Foundation. It's more of a kind of wet. It's not as thick, you know, it comes off just a little bit more wet. So I like to add it to that just to give me just a better kind of coverage. You get the satin look along with the full pow look for the foundation or whatever. Okay, so we used the powwear foundation for my concealer today, the AOA Studio Liquid Concealer, and it is the Paw Paw. This was suggested by Sue Ias. I hope I'm saying that right. We're using porcelain and Fair Ivory today. I also use this for my brows, but for my concealer today, I'm going to be using the porcelain. I like kind of a lighter look. And same thing with this concealer. You don't need a lot of it. You just need a tiny bit. Pat it just like I did with the foundation. Kind of get it to where it's covering. And then just kind of start adding it to where I want my concealer. And just pat it in. And I add some right here because I burnt myself a while ago with my flat iron. Or was it my curling wand? I can't remember. It was one or the other. But I burnt myself, and now I have a mark there above my brow. So it kind of sucks. Okay, so I'm just gonna get this all onto my eyelid as well. And I go in a kind of rubbing but patting motion. So now I've got all that into the skin, and I kind of like, when I have concealer here, I kind of just rub it down so it doesn't give us that line right there. We don't want any defining lines. We want it to kind of look like it's into the skin. You know what I mean? So we're done with that. Now I'm going to start on my brows. But before I start my brows, I'm going to set my concealer that we just did with the Soft Light AOA Studio Perfect Setting Powder. Ooh, this stuff is so pretty, but there's a lot. So we're just going to set really fast. And I don't set my actual, I don't set my eyelids right now. You don't need to do that. And then usually when I do, I'll bring it down like this and start going around my whole face to take the powder everywhere. Like that. I'm going to start on my brows, and I'm going to be using the dark brown Slim Brow Pencil. I'm going to get my AOA Studio mirror. This is my favorite mirror. They no longer have these on Shop Miss A anymore. They have these ones though. I don't really care for them. Not my favorite. So I should have bought like 10 of these while they had them in stock. They're so good. Like, Shop Miss A needs to restock these. I love them. It has the nice soft backing on it, like that kind of, you know, rubbery feel to it. I love that. And it's really lightweight compared to this. It's just really heavy. I think I've said that before in my Shop Miss A haul. I don't really use it much. I sport this guy 100%. He's really dirty. This was like one of the first products I bought off of Shop Miss A like years ago, and I will be devastated if this guy breaks because they don't have them on Shop Miss A anymore. But I love him because he's so light. He's awesome. You need to come back out with these. Like, what is wrong with you guys? This is what the pencil looks like. It's got the really fine sharp tip there. I love that. For me, I need that sharp tip. The other ones that they have, which I used to have, I don't know if I have them in my cup anymore. Oh, here it is. These are the other brow pencils, and it has more of like a triangle type pencil on it. This one just has the fine tip, which I love, and I'm so excited that they came out with them. I was like, yes, now I can fully use the brows and stuff like that, because I use a lot of Shop Miss A products daily in my routine. Okay, so I'm just gonna get started and start sculpting out my brows. I always start and brush them up. Looks like I need to clip a few. These are the AOA Studio brow scissors, I think they're called. Okay, so I'm just going to take it and brush it up one more time. So now I'm going to start on my brows. And I just kind of start over here, and then I work my way this way. Oops. See there? And then we'll fix along the way, so it doesn't really matter if you mess up at all. Okay, so that is the first one. All right, now I'm going to start with this side. You guys can probably see it better this way. it's just real quick. That one kind of took me longer because he was being difficult. I'm gonna take the E115 brush. He looks like that, just kind of a flat brush. And I'm gonna take one of my AOA Studio makeup wipes and dampen the brush a tad. And then take it to my arm and kind of wipe it dry. And then I'm gonna go into some of this concealer. And one of the main reasons why we did not set our eyes was because we're going in with this concealer. It's a very just lovely concealer. I love it. Then you just kind of form it to how you like, so it doesn't look all crisp. So that is that. And then I'm going to do this one. And then take it up here. I'm going to take this E104 high def brush. It's just got this kind of poofy, this would be great for blending. So I'm just going to take it and kind of blend him. Now the reason why I'm using this guy is because I want it to be more kind of blended in, more of kind of like a shadow, how you're blending it upward. So I don't want it to be fully gone. I just want it to blend into the other parts of my makeup. So that's why I'm using this brush. Okay. And it just gives that kind of smoky look to it. Okay. So that's good. I'm loving the brows today. They're working with me, which is awesome. So I'm just going to take the E119 spoolie brush, and I'm just going to brush this baby up. There we go. I had a Shop Miss A come just a few days ago, and it has the new AOA Studio Brow Clear Mascara, which is awesome because I've been using the LA Colors Clear Mascara. So I'm just freaking awesome. So I'm going to be using the AOA Studio. This is brand new, the Go Brow. And that is what the spoolie looks like on it. And I'm just going to add this. So it doesn't really have a scent at all, but it works really nice. I like it. So you don't need a lot. Okay, so I'm just going to fix this with my AOA Studio. Spoolie. Okay, So we're done with the brow. This stuff is good. Check it out. I'm glad I picked it up. I picked up 3, I'm pretty sure, which you'll see in my Shop Miss A videos. I got 2 videos for next week. So I'm super excited because you guys will get 2 videos. So today for the eyeshadows, I'm going to be using the Color My World palette, and this was recommended by Chicken Massacre. And this is what it looks like. It is beautiful. It's got tons of colors. When I got it, I was super excited. I swatched a few, that's why it looks like that. I am also going to be using a few of the buttercreams, and this was recommended by Tanesta Blake. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but don't murder me for it. Okay, so I'm just going to take my blender and just get my eyes all kind of evened out from adding all the products, and they've been sitting there for too long. And then another product that I'm going to be using for this eye look is the AOA Studio Rose Gold Brush Set, which was recommended by Mariana Lopez. So we will be using this. And this is what the brush set looks like. I did do a video on this brush set as well. I will go through them before I post this video and link it down below. If it's not there, I will get it up there at a certain point. So yeah, this is the brush set we're going to be using for our eyes today. So we're just going to keep that over there. Another product that I'm going to be using is this AOA Studio Amuse Cosmetics Eyeshadow Primer. And this was recommended by Diane Mary. This is very thick. So when you use it, just be a little bit sparing with it. I'm going to show you how to use this. I take a little bit on the same concealer pen that I used for up on my eyebrows, and I just take a little bit of that and kind of, when I dip in, see how mine kind of goes in like you're gonna go into the abyss? I just kind of take it and then kind of rub it off. I don't use a lot of this. It's very thick, and if you use too much, you're gonna cake it and it's gonna look really bad. Okay, so I'm just gonna take some and just kind of dab it onto the eye to begin with, okay? Don't rub, just dab it on. And blend. And then I'm going to take this same brush that I used to do my brows, and I'm going to just pat it in and get it all blended. Get it in my eye there. And I always have to have this close mirror because I'm just not one, I don't like to look cakey. So I always have to see up close to make sure I don't have anything caking going on. You can see the difference there. You can see redness here and not here anymore. So now I'm going to do the other eye and just tap that on. Like that. Then I'm going to take the brush again and just pat. I'm not going to rub at all. I'm just patting the brush. And then I take it down here so we get, if you rub, you're going to have a lot of caking going on. You don't want to rub. Just pat it to put it into the skin. I love that. So we've used the Amuse eyeshadow primer. So I'm going to take my beauty blender, and since it probably has some powder left on it, I'm just going to tap just to set that, okay? Which looks great. Not bad. All right, so since today we're gonna be working mainly with these colors here, I'm gonna take a little bit of this white. I'm gonna use it up here in the top brow area. Not a fallout. Now this is the AOA Studio E143 brush. This is obviously out of the Rose Gold collection. If you have a palette and it does not have a white, you got issues. White is like superb for a nice kind of subtle look, and I just love it. I use it 90% of my looks. I use a white shadow because it just really does make an eye look pop. Just good. I could probably put one more shade on this eye look and be done. I just love that white. It's so pretty. So now that we've gotten that done, I'm going to take this E150. Make it to where you don't got no lines there. Like that. Okay. See, it looks more smoky other than just like a straight line on the brow. I'm going to be using the Buttercream Neon. So I'm going to take this on my finger to start, okay? And then I'm going to use kind of this penciled looking brush after to kind of blend it out. So I'm going to add the yellow down here. Ooh, this is nice. Wow. The pigment and the color on this is just amazing. Very creamy. I like that. Got a little bit extra there. Like that. Just get it onto the lid real nice. Move on to this side. And we're just patting it on. We're not rubbing. Like that. Ooh, the pigment on this is just beautiful. Wow. I don't know why I always like look up. Like, why do I do that? Okay. Wow. The pigment on this is just, whoa. Okay, so now I'm going to start and I'm going to make sure that all this is where it needs to be. Kind of fill in spots where it's not and kind of blend it upward. All right, so now that we got the yellow on there, I'm going to take some of this yellow and I'm going to add it just to give that extra. This is what that looks like. I'm going to tap it. Add to this side. And it's going to give us a little bit more color on top of that. See what I mean? It just kind of brightens it. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little and I'm going to come down here. Okay. All right, so that is that. And now I'm going to take this guy and just start kind of going crazy with it, if you know what I mean. And just blend him up. Just kind of get this guy going. And then I'm going to take the E113 brush. I'm going to be using this green color. And I'm just going to put it right here in the corner. Like that. It's very similar to the yellow. Okay, and then we're going to take, you can't really see, but a little bit of this darker green to go on the top of that other green, because it's really not like showing too much. Okay, and then I'm going to start, and I'm not going to rub with this. Ooh, that's nice. I love that. There we go. Okay, I like that. I'm going to add some purple. So I'm going to take this guy, that brow type pencil, and I'm going to take some of this purple. It's a shimmer. It's usually how I do it anyway. Like that. Before we finish, I'm going to take this and I'm going to blend. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little bit of this green and then probably a little bit of this yellow. And I'm going to use my finger and I'm going to add the yellow kind of closer to this part, whatever this is. We want it to be a little bright. And then I'm going to go in with this green. This will get fixed. Okay. So now I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to just blend just on the edges. Same on this side, just blend on the edges. Kind of blend, blend, blend. Like that. And it looks great. I'm actually pretty impressed by this. Like, what? Did I really do this? I feel like I have a... There we go. Okay. So I'm loving that. I'm loving this whole eye look. It's beautiful. And it's kind of out of my realm. I don't usually do these type of looks. So we're all done with our eyes. I am completely done. I'm not doing anything more. This palette is beautiful. It's amazing. Go pick it up. It's beautiful. Now that we're mainly done with our eyes, I'm going to take this F20 and I'm just going to kind of fix stuff. We really don't have much of anything on because I didn't really cake myself with a bunch of things when we started. All right, so out of the Rose Gold collection, the AOA Studio F12, I'm going to be doing my contour with this guy. I'm not going to finish my eyes until the very end. I don't really like to put my mascara on and all that, and then I get powders and all that caked to it. So I wait to do that till the end in my eyeliner. So I'm going to wait to do that. So I'm going to be using the Zuri Flawless Sculpting Contouring Palette. This was recommended by Teresa Tello. So I'm going to be using this. I was going to use this Sculpt, which is so good. I love this stuff. It's amazing, but I just don't want to really do that today. I'm going to be going into this guy right here. This shows you how it looks, the color of it. I'm going to tap it off. And then just kind of, I lightly graze over my face. Lightly, okay? There's no harsh adding this whatsoever. And then when I get up here, I just kind of stipple it. No harsh kind of rubbing at all. And I don't really care about getting it into my hair just because, I don't know. On the nose here. I've done pretty much the contour that I want. Really good on the cheeks there. Okay. And then I'm going to take my blender and I'm going to take this shade right here and I'm just going to start sculpting out my face. I use quite a bit, as you can see. And this mainly just clears up any shadow debris. So that's why I mainly use this most of the time. And then I take some to my forehead. This. And then I just kind of let it sit for a second. And then I'll take the F20 and I'm just gonna kind of whoosh this away. And I always go at a down motion like that. All right. Since we have the contour, now we're going to do blush. I really want to use some of this AOA Studio powder, but I'm going to be using my sponge. And I'm just dipping in there and I'm just going to add this all over my face. Okay. And that was Ivory. And I'm just gonna whoosh. You got to work in layers here, people. I'm going to be using the AOA Studio Perfect Blush, and this is in Darling. It's my favorite blush from Shop Miss A. That is the color. As you can see, it's just a beautiful pink. Just going to add it to the cheeks. And now I'm going to finish my eyes. And since I'm going to be adding lashes, I'm going to add a liner. All right, so I did my liner. Now that we've done that, I'm going to go in with my lashes. I'm using Terry today, which look like this. I thought I hit the record button and thought it was recording, but it was not. So I have my lash and my glue already there. And now I'm going to apply it. Yeah. Like so. So I got the first lash on. I am going to show you guys how I fit my lashes and get them on like this. So obviously when you get your lash, the lash that's on each side is going to go for each eye. You don't want to take this one off and put it over here, or take this one off and put it over here. You want to use the ones that go with each eye. Okay, so how I do this is I take it off and I'll take my mirror and I'll place the lash on my eye like so, like that. And then I'll just kind of place it where I'm gonna want it. So this is pretty good. So I will need to cut it. Like, see how I cut it there? I'm going to need to cut it about right there. I'm going to cut too much. All right. So we're good. We got it. Good to go. And then once you get the glue on, it'll work better. So now I'm going to put the glue on. My glue. Okay, so I am ready to stick this baby down. And then I'm going to take my tweezers. There we go. All right, I'm just gonna let that baby dry for a second. And then we can start messing with it. I'm going to add some fat lash to this. So we added the lashes. They look nice. I like them. A little bit too full for my liking, but they're all right. I like them. And now I'm going to add my black liner. These lashes are like, what? I don't do lashes, ladies. I don't do lashes. I don't do liner. I don't do lashes. So this is completely out of my realm. So I forgot to use the Perfect BB cream, and I was going to use this right before I used my foundation, kind of to give me like an extra coverage, but it was kind of hiding over here and I couldn't really see. But Heather Riley, you are added in to the drawing as well, and I will use this in one of my videos coming up here soon. I'm going to be putting out a few tutorials coming up, so I'll make sure this is the first one I use. But it is great to use. It's like a foundation, but it's not something that's going to make you feel like you have makeup on. It's just something you put on kind of maybe for a better coverage. You can use this before foundation. You can use it mainly any way you like. Hey guys, I am so sorry. I had lost all the footage to the ending of my video. It had the giveaway drawing in it. Luckily, I'd kept the winner in my hand, which I have right here, and I'm going to announce in a little bit. I just wanted to apologize for the ending of this video. I was 100% done with my look, other than I had to put lipstick on, which I did not announce that person either, but I did use this. It was not in the video. The winner for my spree is Tori Birch, so I will leave my email down below so you can contact me, and then I can send you your code so you can use it right away and shop on Shop Miss A immediately. So yeah, I love that I can give back, and there will be another few drawings for the people that did suggest a product and that didn't get picked, who are right here, and I'll put you guys into a drawing and I'll post that video sometime within the next few months. But I will let you guys know ahead of time in a Shop Miss A tutorial or video when that will be, because I also have a giveaway coming up as well. I will leave my link down below so that if there's anything in this video that I used that you want to purchase, you can just go down into the description, click my link, and it'll take you straight to Shop Miss A. If you guys have any questions or need help buying anything, just leave me a comment down below and I will get back to you. If you guys like this video, please hit that like button, and before you leave, don't forget to subscribe. Alrighty guys, I'll see you on my next one. Bye-bye.
Like you got that good gushy. Fuck around with me, I beat the brakes off that pussy. Have your ass coming like a porno style movie. Tell your friends and I bet they all wanna do me. Hoes know me, I'm E4O. They recognize pimpin' when I stepped in the dough. Hide in a satellite full of that drill. Holler at a player when you're ready to go.
Girl, I've been shaking, sticking and moving, trying to get to you and that booty. Trying to get to you and that booty. Trying to get to you and that booty. Girl, I've been shaking and hacking the donkey, trying to get to you and that monkey. Trying to get to you and that monkey. Trying to get to you and that monkey.